Alright, this is the turnaround, so you shouldn't really be parking your cars in here, for the small Byford Hills walk trail. Some nice big houses around here. They've got a lot more money than what I've got. Down that road there, that's Beanie Up Road. It comes out from the traffic lights in Byford. Follow that all the way up here, park off to the side, and the walk is about 2.7 kilometres. It goes up through this valley here, across the top of the ridge line, and then back down around the main road. So we'll follow it up here and see what happens. First part of the walk follows a little creek here. I think it's Beanie Up Creek, not sure. It does go uphill and it's pretty steep, and then it crosses over along the hill out to the left and comes back up the road down there. There isn't any flowing water, which is a pity. There is a waterfall up here, so we'll go and have a look. Puffing already. Oh look, I thought those fire breaks were on private property, but they're not. They're actually going up through the bushland. There used to be an old airstrip on top of that hill. It's all overgrown now. It'd be an interesting drive around there. Pretty scrappy, quite hard to walk up to, but I'll keep going up this trail. Just ahead of us is a little waterfall. And some steps to get up around the top of it. Only just trickling. Obviously, if it rains, now that we've had lots of rain, the rain's going to run off pretty quick off the ground, and this will be quite a good little waterfall to look at. So I might have to come up here just after it rains, which I believe is going to be tomorrow. That's quite a decent drop for a natural little waterfall in the hills. That would look quite good with a bit more water flowing over it, going down the creek. Oops. Alright, keep going up the track. We are literally just out of Byford. I could see the phone towers and I get 1 bar of reception. Ooh. They did say the first part was steep. That's going right up the hill there. That'll be alright. I might get the drone out and fly this a little bit if there's no one else around. Now there are plenty of tracks around this area. In fact, when we get to the top of this hill, we turn left and do a big loop. But if you continued on, there are several tracks that will take you down into the Wollongong Valley. But before we do all that, why am I puffing so much? I'm going to get the drone out here and just fly up this little bit and see how we get, if we get a good video or not. If it's good, I'll add it. Well, I can see the phone towers down the distance, but I can't get anything from the phone. That's the little section there with the waterfall in it. And I flew the drone up to just down here. Looks like an actual mountain bike trail going down along there. Or it could just be a foot trail that's sort of been cut, and I've ridden motorbikes or something up here, which is stupid. Anyway, almost at the top. Well, halfway at the top. I notice the track goes left here on the steps. Up that way. And there's a 4-wheel-drive trail coming down through here, which is probably an old fire line, I would say. And you can actually see the groove in that track there where the motorbikes have been pushing their way up. Nice little valley. It'll be a pretty interesting 4-wheel drive track, especially going up that side. Looks like a bit slippery. Got wheel ruts in it, washouts if you like. That'll be a bit challenging for a few people. But the steps go that way, so we're going to follow the steps to the top of the hill. And there should be an old quarry up there somewhere, so we'll go and have a look, and I'll get back onto the path. There you go, lots of steps all the way to the top. Makes it easier in some ways, but it'll be a pain coming down them, especially with my sore knees. I'm still trying to get internet access. Oh look, I can see the tower just there. I can't even get to it. Probably throw a rock at it. More steps, more steps. And we'll keep on going up. As I said, these trails that go up through the forest here, they all sort of interweave themselves over the top of the hill here, along the top of the ridge lines that follow up to Wollongong Dam. There are some private properties at the top, so if you are going to follow the trails, don't jump the fences. Stick to the fire breaks. There'll be some good walks up through there. I haven't walked this area in about 30 years though, so that's why I'm trying to get onto the internet. So I can see where I'm actually going. There are no markers on this trail. It's just you follow the steps, I guess. And some of them are pretty big. Apparently they've graded this walk. I reckon it's a class 2 walk, grade 2 walk. And yet the walk I did the other weekend, which is what, 6 and a bit k's, it's supposed to be a grade 3 walk, and it's not as hard as this. Whew. A nice little seat to sit on when you get to the top of all those stairs. That's the valley we came up, going down through there, and that's Byford. The phone tower is just down there. You can probably see it. If you can read my phone, probably not. It's got 2 bars on 4G. I don't know whether you can focus on that. No. Oh well. 2 bars. I'm only about 1.5 k's away from that. There's another phone tower just over here, and that's not picking it up either. And I know there's a phone tower up on top of these hills somewhere too. Anyway, got great mobile coverage in Perth. Wouldn't want to break your leg out here. You can't get called to anyone. Little seat here. I might just fly the drone out from here because I've got it with me. I might as well use it. And you can see my bald head sitting on a seat as the drone takes off over those trees. from the top there's a lookout there with your seat. You can go up over that way, or you can go up this track here. This looks like a new track. It's probably been cut for a fire line. If you go up the new track, it goes to the top of the hill, and then up to the another track you turn left at, and it comes down to the water tank, or you follow the original track, which I'm going to do, which also goes up over the ridge straight up to the water tank. Motorbikes in the area and a few bushwalkers coming up behind us. Alright, once you I'm doing that to you, you're going to get dizzy all the time looking at my videos. Once you come up to the top of the hill here, obviously, from that little lookout, it's a nice easy walk, easy road, quite a nice view out to the coastline almost. Just can't see over that last set of sand dunes out to the beach. But yeah, not a hard walk on the top part. I was a little bit stiff coming up those steps though. I think we're about quarter of the way at the moment, so it's not a very long walk at all. More motorbike tracks. I did see some motorbikes on the other side of the valley. But they went off past the waterfall downhill. Anyway, next stop is the water tanks. You can sort of see the water tanks ahead of us. Lots of people burning off. And way out in the distance there, somewhere, is the city of Perth. Plenty of pink and grey galahs, cockatoos if you like, galahs, flying around today. Haven't seen any black cockatoos yet, and they normally are in this area. The other track, if I'd taken the other track, it goes up over the top of this ridge line and then comes down into the water tank. Or if you turn right there, I cheated, I flew the drone up there. I just went straight up with the drone and had a look around. If you turn right there, it goes up into all the forest tracks. The actual valley, you can see the hill in the distance. We'll probably see a better glimpse of that down here. That's the Wollongong Valley, and there's quite a good walk up the valley. And then if you're game, you walk up the side tracks, which are really, really steep. Definitely get your legs working on those ones. But for me, just do this 2.7 kilometre walk and head home. You can hear the kids that I sent up there. The guy wanted to know which way to go, and I said, well, you got the longer way up the hill, or the short way, which I'm going to do. And he went, I'll take the long way and wear the kids out. Oh, there's an old water tank. Now these tanks of water, there's a quarry just down in front of us. You might have seen that from the flying around, I'm not sure. But apparently the quarry was started back in 1914, and the water tank supplied water for the quarry there. And obviously they've got a new tank up here, which is probably supplying water for Byford. Oh, I hate downhill bits. Certainly, you know you've got arthritis in your knees when you walk down hills. And this fence line's, I think it's just stopping us from going into the actual quarry itself. I don't think it's someone's backyard. But it's a fence, it was there for a reason, and we won't jump it. You can actually see the other track just up there, cutting them and coming down the hill. So there should be a group of screaming kids coming down there soon. Unless he's turned right. There's another little, oh, it's made of bricks. Another tank, some dogs. Hey boys. Friendly, I hope. Anyway, They must be friendly. They haven't eaten me yet. Don't know where the owner is. It's strange. Anyway, like I said, I haven't walked this area for about 30 years, 25 to 30 years. I thought that was the Wollongong Valley going up there, but it's not. The Wollongong must be the next one over, or the one after that. We're not going to go that far. I believe, if my drone told me correctly, this track here turns down onto one of the roads and then we can walk back to the car along the road. If not, I'll come back up and keep going. Not too bad, at least I'm not going to get rained on today. I just got to put up with a few little kids running around, which isn't too bad. No water again. I thought, no, it rained the other day. I would have thought some of these streams would have still been flowing. I wonder what the rocks are for. And I wonder if this is the road that I'm supposed to take down or whether I keep going. That's a good question. There's a building down there. I'll go down there and see what happens. Alright, must be on the right track because it's coming up past all the houses and straight down to the road. The quarry is in that area there. You can sort of see it dropping in. It's actually a pretty dangerous place to be in there. It is full of water, but it's got some loose edges. Quite a nice spot to get hurt if you wanted to be silly enough to go in there. There was another little track that went off up that way. I don't know where that goes. I didn't even see it on the maps. Have to go and have a look on the satellite. And that was where those two dogs were, so someone must be walking out there somewhere. Anyway, almost at the main road, and then we just walk back along the road up to the car and go and put this on the computer. Now, after walking all the way down to the bottom of that hill, there's a gate down there. It's got razor wire on top of it. You could probably get around it and then get out onto the street, but you're jumping into someone's backyard, which is not a good idea. But so I walked all the way down to the bottom, walked back up to this gate, and all the rocks are gone. I could just turn around, walk back up that hill and head back the way I came, but if you keep going along this track, it gets a bit rocky. It still goes up behind the houses, and there's another couple of exits that go down into the streets, and then once we get down on the bottom streets we can walk our way back to where the car's parked. So I'll head up this track here and I'll take the next exit going down into the houses, like a fire break or fire line. It's probably easier walking up this. That right side there's a little bit sloppy and I'm still puffing. There were a few kangaroos around here earlier. They've seemed to have hopped off when they saw me coming. Anyway, it's getting a little bit rough and rocky, this trek. Still got a good view out over the coastal plains, apart from a few trees. And I've started to set off all the local neighbourhood dogs as I've walked past their houses. Not a bad view out there. Probably can't see it with the sun shining in. Try and drop it down a bit. No, that's better. Can you see Skippy just up in there, staring at me, watch me what I do as I walk past. Dead still. Only thing that's moving is his ears. Oh, now he moved. Probably can't see it, it's too far away. Wide angle. There's actually some Australian Christmas trees, these ones. Noticia floribunda. They come out with bright orange leaves, or flowers actually, but up around Christmas time. And they're a parasitic plant. They'll drop their roots down and suck all the moisture out of all these other trees, like this one here that's died. So anything that's close to them, they'll wrap their tree roots around the tree roots of the other ones and grab all the moisture that the other trees are dragging up. Oh, there goes a kangaroo behind them, and that other one. I must have talked too loud and scared them. Anyway, keep on going down this track and we'll take the next left. Alright, bottom of the hill, there you can see the gate there. You can just walk through that, going up the hill that way. Certainly some nice houses out here. They've got lots more money than what I've got. Oh, there's another dog. Sprung by the dog. So down here, at this gate, we'll just go down that road that's in front of it. There is a little gate there that you can walk through, or you can just slip through the gap here. There is another track down further up that road there. Obviously you get down to the road here and turn left, and then down through there we'll turn left and walk up through that road there, and there is a crossing, like a little laneway that we can walk through to get back to the car. This is Daly Street. Don't know what one going straight ahead is, but yeah, we'll turn left just down there and walk in. Alright, up there you can see a gate. That was the original track I came down, and then I've come down another one behind these houses here. Stevenson Place is where you cross over, and we've come down Burrell Street, down that way. But now we'll walk over here. The end of Stevenson's Place, there's a like a little foot walk laneway that goes through there, I think. If my GPS shows me correctly. Otherwise it's the next one down. Maybe we'll go up there and have a look. I'll see what I can find. Okay, coming up Stevens Place, Stevenson Place. There's a little laneway that crosses over to the next road, and that will take you all the way through to the end of the street, and you turn left there and you'll come back to your car. So you can't drive through that way, you have to walk anyhow, but yeah, it's the way the path actually showed. So you should have been able to come down through the fence, the gate with the fence and the razor wire, but now you've got to go a little bit further and then come back up through this walkway. Alright, back to where we started. That's the walk trail, just come through that forest there. And down the track, that's where we came from. We came out of the road just here, walk straight back up from that little laneway. Anyway, not a bad little walk. It has got a few little tight sections and lots of steps to walk up, but the rest of it's pretty easy, and unfortunately it does come back through the suburbs, so all you're looking at down there is houses and getting barked at. Anyway, that's it for this walk. I'll go and find another one.